Hi everyone, I'm the classic and retro gamer. Today I'm taking you to the mid-90s, a golden era for gamers everywhere. It was a time of excitement, innovation, and endless possibilities. What a time to be a gamer. The gaming world was on the brink of a revolution, and we were all eager to see what was coming next. The Sony PlayStation was new. It was unlike anything we had seen before. The sleek design, the promise of groundbreaking technology, it was all so thrilling. We didn't know what to expect. CD-ROMs, 3D graphics, we were blown away. The idea of using CDs instead of cartridges was revolutionary. And the graphics? They were a quantum leap forward. Games like Ridge Racer showed off the PlayStation's power, but we wanted more. Ridge Racer was just the beginning. It was a taste of what the PlayStation could do, but we were hungry for more innovation, more excitement. We wanted something new, something different. We wanted to crash. We craved games that pushed boundaries, that offered something we had never experienced before. Then, in 1995, it arrived. A game that would change everything. A game that would redefine what we thought was possible in a racing game. A game that embraced chaos. It wasn't just about racing, it was about the thrill of destruction, the adrenaline rush of chaos on the track. A game that let us live out our wildest vehicular fantasies. It was a game where crashing wasn't just allowed, it was encouraged. It was a game that let us unleash our inner daredevil. That game was Destruction Derby. It wasn't just a game, it was an experience. An experience that captured the hearts and minds of gamers everywhere. Destruction Derby was more than just a title, it was a revolution in gaming. Derby wasn't just about racing, it was about smashing. Metal on metal, sparks flying. The game was simple, cause as much damage as possible. The more you wrecked, the more points you earned. It was glorious. Destruction Derby was an instant hit. It was the game everyone had to play. We spent hours crashing into each other. It was pure, unadulterated fun. Derby wasn't just a game, it was an experience. It was the feeling of freedom, the thrill of the crash. This wasn't about perfect laps or clean racing lines, this was about survival. The last car standing wins. It was a game that spoke to our inner daredevil. It let us embrace the chaos. And boy did we embrace it. Destruction Derby wasn't made overnight. It took a team of talented individuals, people who weren't afraid to push the boundaries. Developed by Reflections Interactive, they wanted to create something different, something that captured the raw energy of demolition derbies. They succeeded. Destruction Derby was groundbreaking. Its physics engine was revolutionary. It made the crashes feel real. Derby took the gaming world by storm. It was a smash hit. Everyone was talking about it. The game was a critical and commercial success. It pushed the PlayStation to its limits. And gamers loved it. Destruction Derby wasn't just a game. It was a phenomenon. It spawned a whole new genre of racing games. Games that embraced the crash. In the world of Destruction Derby, the arenas were more than just tracks. They were battlegrounds designed to test your driving skills and your nerve. Destruction Derby didn't just throw you into random arenas. Each one was meticulously crafted to ensure maximum chaos and excitement. The developers put a lot of thought into the design of each track, making sure that every race was a unique experience. Each track was designed for mayhem. The layouts were filled with tight corners, long straights, and plenty of opportunities for high-speed collisions. The goal was to create an environment where anything could happen, and it often did, each with its own unique challenges. Some tracks had narrow lanes that forced you into close-quarters combat, while others had wide-open spaces that encouraged high-speed chases. No two tracks were the same, and each one required a different strategy to master. From the figure-8 track crossover, where cars crossed paths in a dangerous intersection creating spectacular crashes, to the oval turns of Speedway, which tested your ability to maintain control at high speeds. These tracks were designed to push you to your limits. Each track was a recipe for disaster. The combination of high speeds, tight turns, and aggressive opponents meant that crashes were inevitable. But that was all part of the fun. There was more technical courses too, such as Cactus Creek, which tested driving skill as well as destruction. Ocean Drive was a course where there was a tight section to really get in and mash up your car to destruction, as well as the night course, City Heat, which was also a great track and well designed. Destruction Derby was a demolition derby fan's dream come true. It combined the thrill of high-speed racing with the excitement of car combat, creating an experience that was both challenging and incredibly fun. Whether you were a seasoned racer or a newcomer to the genre, Destruction Derby offered something for everyone. Destruction Derby wasn't just about crashing, it had a variety of game modes. Something for everyone. You could race for points, you could try to survive the demolition derby, or you could just go for all-out mayhem and wreckin' racing. No matter your playstyle, Destruction Derby had you covered. It was a game that kept you coming back for more crashes. Derby left a lasting legacy. This game, released in the mid-90s, was a pioneer in the racing genre. It wasn't just about speed, it was about survival. Players had to navigate through chaotic tracks filled with obstacles and opponents, all while trying to keep their car in one piece. It showed that racing games didn't have to be serious. They could be a wild ride, full of unexpected twists and turns. The thrill of the race was not just in crossing the finish line first, but in the mayhem that ensued along the way. They could be chaotic and fun. Games like Twisted Metal took this concept and ran with it. Twisted Metal introduced a new level of intensity with its vehicular combat, where players could use weapons to take down their opponents, and Burnout took inspiration from Destruction Derby. Burnout brought a new dimension to the genre, with its emphasis on spectacular crashes and high-speed chases. The adrenaline rush from these games was unmatched. They embraced the crash and turned it up to 11. The more chaotic the race, the more exciting it became. Players loved the unpredictability and the sheer thrill of the destruction. Destruction Derby may have been the spark. It was the game that lit the fuse for a whole new genre of racing games. Its influence can be seen in many modern titles, but it ignited a whole new genre of gaming. The legacy of Destruction Derby lives on in the countless games that followed in its tire tracks. From the explosive action of Twisted Metal to the high-speed chaos of Burnout, the impact is undeniable, and we're still feeling the impact today. Modern racing games continue to draw inspiration from these classics, pushing the boundaries of what a racing game can be. Whether it's through realistic physics, stunning graphics, or innovative gameplay mechanics, the spirit of Destruction Derby and its successors lives on. Why do we still love Destruction Derby after all these years? It's simple. The game is pure fun. It's a nostalgic trip back to a simpler time in gaming. A time when games didn't need to be complex to be enjoyable. Just pick up the controller, choose your car, and start smashing. It's a timeless formula that still holds up today. Destruction Derby may be a relic of the past, but its legacy lives on. It's a reminder that sometimes all you need is a little chaos. So the next time you're looking for a game to play, something that's pure, unadulterated fun, dust off that old PlayStation and relive the glory days of Destruction Derby. It's a game that will never truly die. I'm the classic and retro gamer. Smash that like and subscribe button and I'll see you next time.